The 2004 Texas Longhorns were supposed to win it all, led by Houston Street, J.P. Howe, and Curtis Thigpen. Texas won the Big 12 regular season championship, had 2 players named All-Americans, and earned the #1 national seed in the NCAA tournament. The Longhorns made their way to the championship series against Cal State Fullerton without losing a single game in the tournament. Texas won 58 games that season, their most in 16 years. They needed to win 60.
Fastball to Burrell, hit in the air to straightaway right, Andrews. Cal State Fullerton has done it. Champions of college baseball.
And it's hard for players at this point in time to realize that this is going to serve them well. But they'll work hard in whatever they choose to do and whatever they choose to be, and never finish second again.
It was kind of shocking, I think, because I thought the majority of us felt like we had the best team in Omaha.
That was horrible. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, ignorance is bliss. If you're not there, you don't understand how bad it feels to get that close and not win it.
We'd never worked so hard, coming back after that loss. It was a really tough, grueling off season. 5 a.m. workouts, throwing up after practice, and the motivation was there.
The Texas baseball team entered the 2005 season with lofty expectations. Ranked #1 to open the season, the Horns got off to a 16-0 start, including a 3-game sweep of #5 Stanford.
We probably couldn't be any cockier. To be honest, we were rolling. We were pitching good, we were hitting good, we were fielding good. Everything is, when it's good, it's good. I think we went to conference and got our butts kicked by Baylor.
Cox, a long look in, now he's ready. Here's the 1-1 to Griffin, and he hits it in the gap in right center field. A long run for Stubbs, and this ball is over his head and all the way to the wall. Bruce Hall is home to score. It's a walk-off single.
But that was kind of a reality check, and I think that was a much-needed one.
That series was kind of a kick in the gut for us, because not only was Baylor an in-state rival, it was kind of like, dang, not only do you not want to lose to Baylor, you don't want to get swept.
Baylor was kind of our kryptonite that year. They'd beaten us every way imaginable. They'd come from behind, we'd come back, and then they'd close the door on us.
After getting swept by Baylor to start conference play, shortstop Seth Johnston and the other Texas seniors organized a players-only meeting.
I remember it being more of a, don't panic. We're here. We've been here before. There's still a lot of baseball to be played. The only thing you can control is what's in front of you, and so just keep going. Don't panic.
That's when it works, when the players decide they're going to do what's right and make the changes that are necessary and take on the responsibility and the accountability for their performances.
Texas would win 14 of their next 16 games, a stretch that included a very special moment by a redshirt freshman against another conference rival.
Struck him out. Adrian Allen's working on a gem.
He got on a roll, and it was just like watching a video game.
He was throwing strikes with all his pitches. Our defense was playing great behind him. We had a couple crazy plays that kept us in the game.
This one tagged to left. Hit deep, but not deep enough. What a play. Nick Peoples hauling that one in.
He and his family remind me about it every time I see him. They always, his mom always gives me a big hug.
And everyone was like, man, that was a great catch. Oh, by the way, we got a no-hitter going on.
Everybody on their feet with a 1-2 pitch. He got it. And with that, a piece of history. Adrian Allen's, a no-hitter.
Texas finished 3rd in the Big 12 regular season standings. In the Big 12 tournament, the Horns would reach the semifinals, only to be eliminated by a familiar foe.
And here comes Baylor. We played really well that game, and they beat us. So we're like, at that point, it's like, we need to quit playing those guys. They got our number.
I specifically remember basically throwing a fit in the locker room afterward, because it was just like, we can't beat these guys.
We were disappointed, but at the same time, we realized that the conference title wasn't the crown jewel of the season. You know, we're trying to get back to Omaha, trying to vie for another national championship.
The Longhorns headed into the NCAA tournament with a record of 45-14. Texas would host a regional featuring Quinnipiac, Miami of Ohio, and Arkansas. The Horns won the first game against Quinnipiac 20-2, but lost 9-2 against Arkansas in the second game. Texas would need to win 3 straight games, or they would find themselves packing up for summer vacation early.
It's a game of ups and downs. It's a game of overcoming your adversities. And you go through those periods of time. And really what it amounts to is you want to be a part of the ride back guys. When your buddy and your teammate falls off the horse with the enemy chasing them, and then we're going to ride back and pick each other up.
Augie and company answered in a Sunday doubleheader by eliminating Miami of Ohio and beating Arkansas, forcing a winner-take-all against the Razorbacks the next day. With the game tied at 2 through 5 innings, the Horns scored 3 runs and were able to advance. Texas would have to go on the road to face number 5 Ole Miss in the Super Regionals.
That team was loaded.
They had 3 or 4 frontline type starting pitchers that were high draft picks. They had a top to bottom lineup that mashed the ball around the field.
Now, I was in right field. That's where all the kind of fraternities tend to hang out. And those guys do their homework, man. And they knew everything about me and my family.
Some of their fans are just chunking beer into the bullpen, and even in the outfield they had all their fans with kegs. It was real wet. They're doing slip and slides down the field.
In Game 1, Texas took a 2-0 lead in the first, and after the third inning, the rain hit. The game was suspended until Sunday. Play would resume, and with Texas leading 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th, J. Brent Cox came in looking to shut the door on the Rebels. The usually reliable reliever had a hard time closing out Ole Miss.
Bud laid down. Cox can't field it. Well, here's the top of the order, and Henry wanted to bunt him over. Cox diving, trying to get up and goes wildly past first. Ole Miss leads for the first time at 6-4.
I single-handedly blew that one. I gave up 3 runs and we lost. And I remember feeling at the absolute lowest I've ever felt in my life.
With Game 2 starting in a couple of hours, Coach Garrido sought out his closer.
I said, that's a devastating experience that you just went through. Do you need some time? You don't have to pitch in this game to close it. But, when you fall off the horse, you got to get back up and get on it as soon as you can. Do you think you can? He said, I wouldn't have it any other way.
So sure enough, the next game, 6th or 7th inning, they're chanting either we want Jay Brent or we want Cox. And I'm sure my parents wanted to melt in the stands. I'm sure my dad probably was in the parking lot, probably couldn't watch it, so he gets so nervous.
The season on the line for Augie Garrido's Longhorns. He goes to Jay Brent Cox, who's been his mainstay all season. Ole Miss has the bases loaded.
Longhorns would love to get a double play ball here.
The 2-2. Bounce towards the middle. Hudson steps on for one to first, and Texas survives.
That was the lowest and highest I've ever felt in my life, probably all in one day. And then we had another game to play the next day.
On June 13th, Texas and Ole Miss faced off with a trip to Omaha on the line. With the game tied at 3 in the bottom of the 6th, senior designated hitter Will Crouch stepped up to the plate.
That's hit deep. Goodbye, home run. Crouch.
I'll never forget the look on his face when he came back to the dugout, because he had told me, if he got up that inning that he was going to leave the yard, and he came back in the dugout, just winked at me and said, "Told you."
The Longhorns held a 6-4 lead heading to the 9th, and Cox was back on the mound. With 2 outs and 2 on, Stephen Head, arguably the best power hitter in Rebels history, stepped to the plate.
What better scenario could you have if you're Ole Miss?
I knew he was wanting to pull. I got away with murder.
The 1-1. Whack foul down the left field side.
And we hadn't been going into lefties a whole lot that year with me, because I'm a sinker guy, and I, kind of running away from guys. He calls fastball in, and I was like, all right? And I miss, but I miss so bad that it comes up around his chin and almost knocks him out of the box.
Almost hit him, spun him around. 2-2.
I kind of started smiling a little bit, and I was like, I think I got him. I think I got it. You know, I moved his feet, I got him. So I go, I guarantee you Teagarden is going to throw down back foot slider right now and spin him out of the box. Sure enough, he calls slider down and in.
Got him. And for the 32nd time in school history, the Texas Longhorns are headed to Omaha.
I remember throwing my hands up to the crowd, and man, that was, it almost chokes me up. That was one of the highest moments of my life, was getting through that series.
I think for him it was retribution, and we fed off of his aggressiveness and his demeanor on the mound.
Coach Armin had a nickname for him. It was pretty simple. It was just Badass. That was his nickname. And, you know, he was like a fighter. He was a boxer. I mean, he had that aggressive mentality.
Getting on that bus afterwards, the mood was like, man, we got this. You know, we got past Ole Miss, and we knew we had a shot now. You know, we're going to Omaha, and anything can happen in Omaha.
Coming up on From Grit to Glory.
Coach Greer gives me a take sign. When I look at him, I'm like, I'm not taking.
You know, right off the bat, I knew I was going. I just knew I needed a score.
He did something that not very many players are willing to do. He just found a way to get it done. It was next to impossible.
After the 2005 Longhorns fought off elimination in the regional and super regionals, the team returned to the College World Series for the 5th time in 6 years.
There's pride there, and that's what Texas is about. I mean, you know, we call it Dish Falk North, right? You know, there's a reason for that. There's an experience there.
Every inning is just you're all in, and you're just all in. It's a great experience. It's kind of like a magic carpet ride.
In their first game in Omaha, the Longhorns would face the Baylor Bears, the same team Texas had lost to in all 4 meetings that season.
It's hard to beat Texas 4 times in a row in any sport. And for them to do that, we were in uncharted territory there.
You recognize when teams kind of have your number, and you know, it's just like when if you're a batter and you strike out 4 times off the same pitcher, you kind of like, oh gosh, I have to face this guy again, you know? Back
at old Rosenblatt, you had to walk. They had the hitting cages down the left field line, and we were in the first base dugout that first night, so we had to walk across the field to get down there to the hitting cages before the game. And as I was walking across, one of the Baylor guys, I mean, he's looking around the stadium just in total awe of what was happening, and he goes, Seth, you've been here, this is your 4th time to be here in a row? And I'm like, yeah, I just kind of laughed, and I'm like, we're gonna beat these guys. No brainer.
And it gives Seth Johnson a chance to come up and drive in a run.
Peoples had gotten on, and Coach Greer gives me a take sign. And first game in Omaha that year, Mark McCormick's on the mound. He gives me a take sign, and I look at him, I'm like, I'm not taking. And he throws me a fastball, 96 miles an hour.
This one's hit in the air to deep left center. Seth Johnston with his 9th 2-0 Horns.
And it was just kind of it was top of the first inning, punch in the mouth. It kind of set the tone for the rest of the series.
The game was over. I mean, it was the most eerie thing I've ever seen in sports. I mean, our whole team knew it. You could tell by their body language that Baylor's whole team knew it, and it just had this weird feel about the crowd that they knew it.
Someone has to do it first. Baseball's a game of follow the leader a lot, and Seth is a leader.
Redshirt freshman pitcher Adrian Alanis threw 7 innings of 1-run baseball, and the Longhorns finally won their first game of the year against Baylor on the biggest stage in college baseball.
It was a big load off our shoulders. You know, we finally kind of broke the ice and got the W against a team that kind of owned you all year.
The Longhorns wouldn't have much time to celebrate, however. Next up was #1 overall seed Tulane. For the 2nd straight game, the Texas offense did their part in the first inning.
Peoples waved around to the plate, and he is safe. Just didn't get the back part of the plate.
In games like that, where it really, you know, emotions are high, momentum can be really strong. So when you can get ahead early like that, you know, really sends a message, especially to teams who maybe don't have the experience. You know, that can really affect the way they play and the way they approach after that.
The Longhorns looked even sharper on the mound. Pitchers Kyle McCullough and J. Brent Cox combined for 10 strikeouts and the first Texas shutout at the College World Series since 1983. Texas was one win away from a return trip to the championship series. Their opposition would once again be in-state rival Baylor. The Horns took a 2-1 lead in the 5th inning thanks to a Taylor Teagarden home run. That lead would disappear in the 7th.
Barry bunts with 2 strikes, and the sacrifice will work. Tied at 2. Breaking pitch through into left field for a base hit. 70 comes off the bench as a pinch hitter and delivers the go-ahead RBI.
The Longhorns trailed 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th, with Nick Peoples at third and 1 out.
Fly ball to right. This could be interesting. Fortenberry will make the catch.
You know, right off the bat, I knew I was going. I just knew I needed a score. I got a good jump on the ball right when he caught it. And, you know, I've seen the replay a few times, and God, what a perfect throw that was.
Fortenberry with that good arm.
You can see me telling him that I'm saying, get down over on this side. And then Nick's running at me, and he's not moving this way. And I'm like, what is he doing?
Collision at the plate. It's in there.
These 2 teams, they play a lot against each other. You'll see a little fire out of both of them right here.
I remember looking at the umpire, and I swear he's looking at me like this. And I thought he was calling me out, but little did I know that's the sign for obstruction. And I go over and touch the plate, and I think he's calling me out, and so I start screaming, and I launch my helmet down. And honestly, I didn't even know I'd scored until I went back to the dugout. You know, I guess I'm glad I scored. You know, I'd rather look stupid and score than be out.
We were going nuts, I mean, because it was Peoples. We called him Dirtbag. I mean, he's the dirtiest guy on the team, 24/7. He would run through a brick wall for me or anybody on the team to catch a fly ball. If anybody was going to truck him, it was going to be Peoples. I mean, he's just a dirty guy.
He did something that not very many players are willing to do, and put himself at serious risk of injury to make that all happen, and he just found a way to get it done. It was next to impossible. During the 3 years that Nick Peoples was here, at the end of each season, we would put together a highlight tape, and we always had to edit out Nick Peoples to make room for other people on the team, because he made so many spectacular offensive and defensive plays that it was a highlight tape about him.
In the top of the 9th, with the game tied at 3, Baylor put 2 runners on with 1 out.
Hit to straightaway center. Stubbs got it. Double play. It's an inning-ending double play.
Drew is just the fastest guy on earth. He got an amazing jump on it and just makes, you know, one of the plays that he made all year long, but he just did it in such a crucial moment.
Does he make some plays out there or what? He's a game changer.
I think to this day, this is one of the better catches of my career, especially with what was at stake. It's one of those moments you just look back on and you don't really know how he made the play, but call it adrenaline, call him being caught up in the moment, but somehow I did it and saved the run and just set the stage for later in the game.
Coming up on From Grit to Glory.
I think it's the most heroic thing I've ever seen on the baseball field.
David Morrell is typical of what it takes to win the national championship.
The team just stuck together, and we gritted it out together, and nobody can ever take this away from us. It's down in history.
In the 2005 College World Series, the Longhorns were a win away from advancing to the finals. The only obstacle in their path was their conference rival, Baylor. With the game tied at 3 in the bottom of the 9th, an injured Chance Wheelis was due up to bat.
It was actually against Tulane. Took a check swing, and my shoulder subluxed out of place, and it continued to sublux throughout the World Series, and I think it happened twice in that game, and you know, it was excruciating.
Well, we're all thinking, does he really need to be playing right now? I mean, he's moaning and groaning over here in the dugout. We're thinking we might want to get somebody else, you know, in this position to hit.
I walked down and I said to Chance, this is Chance, we're gonna pinch hit for you.
Chance looks at him and just goes, actually, you know what? I see this guy pretty good, Coach. Why don't you give me a shot?
And I said, well, what about your shoulder? He said, that's not going to matter.
Coach Greedo tried to take him out, and he said, no, I'm going to go hit.
I've never encountered a player that was that convinced and that injured and so much of an underdog and still feel so positive about what he was going to do. I wanted to see if it would happen.
4, 5, 6 men in the order, starting with Chance Wheelis, bad shoulder and all.
Well, I took a really ugly cut. It was embarrassing. You know, my shoulder actually stayed in place on that swing, but at that point, I felt like everyone in the whole place was probably like, what's this guy doing up there, you know?
And that was a very tentative cut he had on that one.
Sure was. And I thought then that I made a pretty bad decision right here.
You know he's hurting because this guy's got some pretty good power.
It's one of those moments where you almost black out, you know? I just remember getting a perfect pitch and, you know, not even feeling it.
Goes after that one and hits a bomb.
You know, as soon as he made contact, we all thought it had a chance.
You know, it was like, please go out, please go out.
Deep down the right field line, it's gone! Holy cow, Chance Wheelis!
I mean, it was one of the best feelings, you know, of my life, really. Changed my life.
A walk-off home run to win it and send them to the championship series.
It was a magical moment. He said he could do it, and he did it despite the pain. And it was a real miracle.
Texas advanced to the College World Series Finals for the third time in 4 seasons. The Longhorns would square off against the University of Florida, led by future first-round selection Matt Laporta.
Horns on 3. 1, 2, 3. Horns.
In Game 1, the Longhorns led 2-0 heading into the 4th inning. Senior third baseman David Merole broke the game open.
To the track, to the wall, and it's gone! David Merole!
David Merole is typical of what it takes to win the national championship, believe it or not. It usually is not your best hitter that hits the best in the College World Series. And he didn't hit very well that year.
It just worked out that way. I just saw the ball, I guess, a little bit better up north.
I don't think I've ever been to Arby's in my life to eat, but there's an Arby's like right next to the hotel. For whatever reason, Dave and I go over there and eat before the game. In that first game, he does really well. Until the next day, he's like, well, let's go back to Arby's. We ate Arby's for like 2 weeks in a row. I've never eaten so much Arby's in my life.
Texas would take Game 1 4-2. In Game 2, one win away from the title, with the Horns already leading 3-0, David Merole again came through for the Longhorns.
David Merole, this guy can play.
Hits this deep to left center.
Merole would be named the College World Series Most Outstanding Player, becoming the 6th Longhorn to win the award. With Texas up 6-2 in the top of the 9th inning, J. Brent Cox took the mound to close the game.
Man, one out from the title. I really didn't care how I got that guy out. I didn't care if he popped up, if he hit a 324-foot fly ball, or whatever.
I was in right field and Stubbs was in center, and we kind of looked at each other and smiled and we're like, hey, you know, we're about to do this.
I want this ball hit to me. But then I looked up and I was like, oh, Cox, he's gonna strike the guy out, obviously.
Struck him out, it's over. They have won the College World Series.
At Texas, we never dogpile until you win a national championship.
That was a good one. I remember seeing Stubbs fly.
I just remember jumping as high as I could right above the top and landing on everybody and bodies flying around everywhere.
The best part about the dog pile is watching it after the fact. It was Buck Cody's senior year, and he whiffs the dog pile, and then he jumps back on. So we kept playing it in slow-mo where he'd jump over, then he'd go back and then jump over. Todd Gilfillan, one of my best friends now, Brian Herrera, jumps on and cleats him in the face, and Gilfillan has to get stitches. And I remember looking at him when we got up from the dog pile, and I was like, Todd, you're bleeding. He's like, yeah, I know, but I can't feel it. I'm good.
That's what happens in those stupid things. Yeah, I've seen guys come out of that with broken hands. some of the best players, and they weigh a lot.
By bringing back the championship trophy to Austin, the 2005 team had cemented their place in the halls of Texas history forever.
The team just stuck together, and we gritted it out together. And after the game with the trophies, like, man, nobody can ever take this away from us. And you're like, you're right, you know, it's down in history.
We had our ups and downs. We always seemed to bounce back when it mattered. You know, being in some tough spots down the stretch and just always coming back for more.
They'll take their place in history, and it will be forever. For one moment, and in that moment, you are the best in the world at what you do. And you can never take that away from those players.